I want to talk now about a question that I often get asked in that first 2 weeks of when is it going to get easier? And that's a fair question, because not only have you just gone through the biggest transition in your life, so has your baby by being born. And so everybody is going through a lot of transitional stress, and it's a very difficult sometimes time for moms and babies. And sometimes we think that everything is always related to how we're feeding our babies. And so this is a really interesting study that they did when they talked to moms who were formula feeding and they talked to moms who were breastfeeding in that first month. And so this is 0 months and going all the way up to 12 months. And so right here at birth, they talked to the formula feeding mothers, and the formula fed mothers felt like, as far as intensity, it was this intense of an experience feeding their baby. And breastfeeding moms felt it was like a little bit more intense than the formula feeding moms. But what was interesting is that when they talked to the moms at 1 month, the breastfeeding moms said that it was a 1 out of 10 on level of intensity, where formula feeding really didn't change. And that makes sense to me, because formula feeding moms have lots of work to do to make sure that they always have formula, they're safely preparing it. There's nothing that really changes for them once they're feeding formula. Where what happens for mom and babies who are breastfeeding is that they learn how to do it, and it gets actually easier as you go. And so if you can get through the first 2 weeks, knowing that by 1 month, majority of mothers think that this is a 1 out of 10 level of intensity, it can help us push through. And knowing that actually, although we think that it might be related to like, oh, it would be so much easier if I was formula feeding, that a lot of the stress is actually due to the change of environment and the change of our roles of becoming parents, and not necessarily how we're feeding babies.